you see the study group that your sister created, hey, it's like Ashiyama markets. Do you know that this lecturer said this? Do you know that? They were just looking at me. Who asked you? First, second month, I was like, chi. Hello blessed, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra and this is Sandra's Joyful Space. You are welcome back again to my channel. If this is the first time you are seeing my face, I say you are welcome. On this channel I talk about life experiences, lifestyle, motherhood, faith, love, relationship and all that good stuff. And if you are a returning subscriber, I say you are welcome back again. So today I'll be talking about my experience as an international student in Ghana, like every details. I don't know how long this video will be, but because I want to talk about everything. I want to share the whole tea. Talking about my experience getting an hostel with the people, with the lecturers, my clinical experience, just everything. So if this is what you want to hear, if you are interested in this gist, if you want to know all the tea, then keep watching. So yeah, without much talking, let's just dive into it. So if you have not checked my last video where I talk about why I left Nigeria to Ghana to study and also my nursing admission process into nursing school, please do check it out first before you watch this video so that you can keep up with the story, you understand where this girl is coming from, you are catching up with the whole gist. So yeah, so now I'm in Ghana. I've gained admission into nursing school. Everything is going fine. I'm excited, you know. Admission. This admission that I've been praying for, that I've been cabashing about, it has finally landed. Admission and Abba, like, hey, I was excited. I think the first week was more or less like just small things, nothing much, nothing serious. So, but before that, my hostel, I was looking for a hostel. I had a friend who was already a student in that school. I know someone in the school who is also a Nigerian. So when I gained my admission and everything is now going okay, I called her and I said, okay, now I will need an hostel because my house is quite far from the school. I was living very far away from the school. I had to take maybe a bus and a taxi to get to school. She was living in an hostel, so I asked her if it's possible for me to also get an accommodation in her hostel or any hostel around, and she told me, oh, that's not a problem, she would help me out. So we were keeping in touch. So she told me that there's a space in her hostel she has seen, so I should come and check it out. And then she took me to the management of the hostel. They told me what the do's and don'ts, and I just applied and everything. I paid, so I packed to the hostel. On getting to the hostel, so I think I arrived in the hostel, I think the third week I arrived at the hostel. So when I came, there was already a girl who was in the room already. She was at the right hand side. She was sleeping, I think, down bed. Yeah. So when I came, I decided that she was the only one available at that time. The remaining beds were empty. So I was like, oh, thank God. So I chose the down bed also at the left hand side because I was like, that is easier to just go into bed and get out than climbing up and down. So when I chose that bed, then the girl told me, no, that bed is taken. I'm like, huh? Take what? She told me that there's a girl who has paid, she has chosen that bed, and she's going to come in later on. I'm like, So I told her, so you want me to believe that there is this girl in question who has paid, who is in her house, chilling or whatever, and I have resumed school, I should sleep up, and the down bed will be empty, nobody will be there, and I'll be climbing up and down, like, because she has chosen the bed. Like, okay, what shows that she chose this bed? Guarantee that what you are saying is true. Like, I cannot just take it like that for your words, because if she's here, that's a different thing. She's not here, so why? She said, no, I have to sleep up. And I told her, it's not possible, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. In fact, my head was beginning to make ging. I said, my sister, that's not gonna work. So she was complaining, she was talking, that's how you Nigerians are, you are always like this. I said, please don't bring Nigeria into the issue. What has brought my country into this discussion we are having? What has brought it? She was like, that's how people are. It was not easy that day, but cut the long story short, I took the down bed, regardless of her reaction, her actions, her shouting, her speaking, her anger, whatever, because the other girl was not him. So that one passed. I continued my school. I later found out that she was having a quarrel with the Nigerian girl who brought me to the hostel. I think she was just passing the anger or the anger to me, because she knew that we are friends. She already knew we are friends. So that is that about the hostel. That was how I got a hostel. I started staying in the hostel. I will do a separate video talking about my experience in that hostel, because it's a whole gist. So now let's talk about the class. The classroom. Hey, your sister have arrived. When I arrived school, even before I got hostel, like from the first week, hey, I was so hyper. Like, we have arrived in school. I was everywhere, because if you know me, I'm like a social butterfly. I'm here, I'm there, I'm here and there. Me, I didn't know that. Hey, Ghanaians they are not used to that system. So when I came, I was around there. I told you I was among the first people who came to school in the first week. So some people were coming in the second, in the third, even in the fourth week. So I will be going to some of them. I will say, hey, you are welcome. Do you know that we had this course last week? Have you seen the notes? Do you want me to show you my own notes that I made and I can share with you? Hey, do you know that this lecturer said this? Do you know that? They will just be looking at me. Who asked you? Who asked you? Hey, I don't know what they were thinking in their head, though. I'm just imagining now, like after a while, and I realized it. I'm just like, who have asked you? Like, who have asked you? I will just be going to them. I will say, hey, do you know that we did this last week? Do you know that we did it this week? They'll just be looking at me. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people? I'm even trying to help them. So they told us. So after that, they told us that, oh, it's good to have study groups and all that. So people started creating study group even from that first semester. So I said, let me also create study group. Thinking about it makes me laugh. So I said, okay, let me also create study group. Hey, if you see the study group that your sister created, hey, it's like Ashiyama Market. I'm not joking. The study group I created is like Ashiyama Market. My own study group, where others are having 3, 4, 5 in a group, my own is 2 line. I don't even know I don't even know how we even. So we meet in the evening in the school. I'm laughing. We'll meet in the evening in school. We'll sit down. We'll be talking. We'll be discussing, and yeah, it went on like that for a while. And then I realized that no, I was not grabbing. I was not like grasping what I was supposed to grasp. I'm not like getting. I was not flowing well. Though I like to study in group. I love group study. I function well in group study because I like talking. So when I'm in a group study and I'm talking and I'm sharing my ideas, I learn faster. But this one was not group study. This one is like, hey, this one is like market. We were too much. This one is more than group studies. So it wasn't going well. So I decided, okay, let's break it down. So inside this my Shama market, we were able to bring out 3 groups from it. You should see how many we were. So I think later 3 or 4 went into a group and formed their own group. Another 3 or 4 went into another group and formed their group. And I also went with some group of people. We were like 3 or 4 and we went into another group. And it was just something that we discussed amicably and we come to a conclusion like that. I can't really remember how we did it, but I think I spoke to them or so. I can't really remember. But I knew that we just later splitted up and that was it. So that was the whole thing. So after that, studies continued. Everything was fine. So while I was doing all those things, I thought that I'm helping the ministry. I'm helping them. I'll be going everywhere. I'll be jumping. Ogene. They call me Ogene in school. Ogene, that's like my son name. Ogene. I thought that everything, everything is going well. Not knowing that some people are not finding it funny. Some people are not finding it interesting. Some people are not getting the drift. So I begin to study them. I'm someone that I'm not quite observant. I'm just that I'm not quite observant. So it took me time to really observe that no, they are not appreciating this your I too know this your there. No. Not that Ghanaians don't like when you want to help them. No, it's just that it was just Ghanaians don't like too much of everything. It was just becoming too much. Like it was becoming too much. So I really also didn't observe it quickly. It took me time before I even got to realize that no, these people are not they are not used to this format. You better slow down, like slow it down. My sister, slow it down. So if you hear any voice, just know that my daughter is in the room with me as I'm filming. I experienced firsthand the hospitality, the love, the intense extra length Ghanaians can go for you. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I've met Ghanaians who are good before I even came to school, but I never knew that they could take it like all to this level, like the extra mile. Let me explain to you. Let me give you the gist. So still in my first semester, while I was doing all this my going around trying to be everywhere, my busy bed. So I fell sick. Yeah. Still in my first semester. So at that time, most of my classmates, they do know me. Most of them know me, and few of the lecturers also know me. And at that time, I used to go to the fellowship. Our school had a fellowship where we used to gather, I think 3 times a week or so, and we used to pray. So it's a school fellowship. People also know me in the fellowship. So when I fell sick, I couldn't come to school anymore. So I was in the hostel. And at that same time, I don't know, the whole time it was just, it was just something else. Because at that time, something else was also like going on in my family. So I didn't want to bother them with all this. I just thought that it would just be a normal sickness that would just be over in just taking some few days or so. So when I felt sick, I was rushed to the hospital. My school is having their own hospital also in the same compound, and my hostel is close to the school. So I was rushed to the school hospital. So then I was discharged from the hospital, but I was given a lot of medications and painkillers because I was in severe pain at that time. Everything was not okay. I was still not okay. I was still in pains. I couldn't still go to class. So they were like, oh, you have to do more tests. We have to find out what is going on. So then my friends asked me, like my roommate, at that time, other roommate has joined us. So it was not only me and the lady who I had that issue with. One of my roommates was also my classmate. So she asked me what is going on, like, won't I inform my family, blah, blah, blah. So I explained to her what was going on at that time and why I couldn't inform my family. She was like, that's serious. So I was still in the hostel and I will be going to the hospital for checkup and all that. Still, I couldn't go to class because the pain was intense. I would be crying. The pain was so intense. She decided, I didn't even know how she did it. I don't know how she did it, but all I just knew is that while I was going through all this, I just saw one day people from the fellowship, my classmates, and some few people just came together in my hostel, in my room, in my face. Like, oh, we heard you are sick. We are here to pray with you and also just check up on you. I was very pleased. Like, wow, okay. I didn't know that anybody even, like, knew that I was not around apart from my classmates. So they prayed with me. They encouraged me. They asked about my well-being and all that. And after that, they just gave me an envelope saying that classmates, the fellowship, and some of the lecturers had put some money together and decided to just give it to me for they heard I'm doing a lot of tests and a lot of things, and they just want to support me. Like, I was like, support me, moi. Anytime I talk about this story, like, I feel so touched. I was so touched. That day I was just looking at them like that. Me. That's what I was like, me. Are you sure it's me? Like, I want them to be sure. Maybe they're in the wrong room. I was like, me. They're like, oh yeah, you again. We have come together. We've put this for you. I was I was just like, wow. So me that is a foreigner, like me that you guys don't even know, like a foreigner like me, you guys could just come together. Even the lecturers, like, wow. wow. And I was so pleased. I was so touched, in fact. Just like I couldn't just jump up and just give them a big hug. I just felt like welcome. I just felt like part of them. I just felt like, no, there is nothing that I will go through in that school that they won't have my back. I felt relaxed. I felt like, no, this one na house, this place is my house. I was so okay. Like, hey, Ghana, where you too much? Where you what too much? So I took the money. I used it for more tests. I had to go. They have to refer me to a bigger hospital where I can do more tests. So I went there. I did more. I don't know if you know this hospital. There is a hospital in Sakumono area. C&J, yeah. They have to refer me to C&J in Sakumono. I think they said they are specialized in tests and all that. If you are around Sakumono, you should know it. So when I came back from the test and everything, so I was not in class for like 1 month. This whole thing took like 1 month. I was not in school. I was not in class. I was just in the hostel. So I think in the 3rd week, my sister got to hear about it, and she came and she was screaming, "Why didn't you call the family? Why didn't you call us?" Oh, It was a whole lot of, yeah, she was very angry. My sister who went with me to Ghana with her son. So she came and she was screaming. She was, she was not happy that I didn't inform the family. And I told her why I did not. So they were even trying to like ask me, so how did I get money to do things, to do this? I had some money with me before. That was how I was able to treat myself initially. But I couldn't do some tests. So I was just in the hostel like thinking about how I would do it when these angels came into my room and just gave me this contributed money. That was how I was able to do the further tests and get to know what was actually going on. So after this, I came back to school. I resumed classes and all that. And everybody was so happy to see me back at school. But it didn't stop there. Ghana. Ghana, you do, in fact, my Ghana people, you do all. You do what? You do all. It didn't stop there. So this my classmate, who is also my roommate, she followed through all the process. Since I was sick and everything, she was there with me. So when I resumed school, the doctor told me, the doctor gave me some instructions. You have to eat within 3 hours. No, you don't have to eat pepper. You don't have, I think if you are used to this ulcer stuff, you should have heard about all the do's and don'ts. So this, my friend, she listened to everything. She wrote it down. She jotted it. And when I was just looking at her, I was like, well, what are you going to do with this jotting? She said not to worry. So when I started school, she will wake up in the morning. She will prepare food. She will put it in a bag. She'll put it in a food warmer or food flask, and she'll put it in a bag, and then she will take it to school with me. The first day she did it, I was like, why are you packing food? Because normally we don't pack food. At break time, we just buy something around and eat during our break time or our free time. So I was like, so why are you packing food? She didn't even answer me. So we got to school. After like 3 hours, the lecturer was in class, so this girl just did like this. Well, I thought maybe she wanted to ask a question or something. And she said, Madam, she was like, Madam, Ogene has to eat now. I was like, huh? Ogene has to do what? I was like, Ogene has to eat now. And the teacher was like, what do you mean by Ogene has to eat now? Like, oh, Ogene has been sick for a long time now, and the doctor gave her some instructions that she has to eat every 3 hours, and now it's 3 hours since she last ate, so she has to go and eat now. And so just for some few minutes, please, madam, we'll be back. You know, they were like, So the only thing I could say was, My mouth was just open. I don't even know what to say. I didn't know that was why she was packing food in the morning. So when we got us, I asked her, why didn't you tell me that was the reason why we were packing food? She was like, me, I can discourage her because she knows me. I will not follow the instruction by the doctor. So she has to go this way. I was like, hey, okay. And she continued doing this for like a while. So I just told her that you don't worry because I realized that it was a lot of work and I was feeling for her. I was like, no, this course alone is stressful. What we are doing alone is stressful. So I just told her not to worry, that I'll be taking snacks and some finger food I can eat while in class, and when we're at our free time I'll make sure I eat something better. So she was like, okay, she will see how I will do. She still monitors me. Even when she stopped bringing the food to class with me, she made sure that I did what I said and I was keeping by the time. I was so shocked. So Fire, wherever you are, just know that I really do appreciate you what you did for me. May God bless you. Before you even ask, favor will locate you. Helpers will come to you. Just receive this kiss, my dog. So yeah, so that was it, and I was really, really pleased. So I hope you enjoyed my gist, my story time about my experience in nursing school in Ghana. This is just the part 1. And if you are new and you are forced to this point, I say welcome. Akwaba, here is your place. Here is your home. Your fear. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so that you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. And to my returning subscribers, my people, my blessed people, my blessed people, my blessed people, you are always welcome. Thank you for coming back to watch my video every time. Like, you guys are the best. God bless you so much, and see you all in my next video. Bye.